of Brewers, the home of homebrew. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Dan here from League of Brewers, and today we're in the shop with the T500 Pro. So a couple of weeks ago you might have seen my unboxing video on the T500 Create series range, which is all tri-clamp compatible. So we thought we'd put this to the test and give it a run. We're not going to just use it as a standard. We're actually going to incorporate a sight glass into the T500 condenser just to extend it, and you'll be able to see the runnings during the distillation. So I've got my boiler here, which is actually already hot. The reason for the dome is I made a wash that's 25 or 26 litres, so I decided to put the whole lot on. So we're using a dome today, just gives us that extra headspace. It's actually hot, it's ready to go. This is the beauty of using tri-clamp fittings. So we've got it all hot, ready to go. We're going to assemble our T500 Pro with the Still Spirit sight glass, and we'll do a distillation. Should we get into it? Maybe you want to come over here. Where do these come from?
We need these.
Oh, sight glass.
Okay.
So yeah, we've got our T500 Pro condenser here. As it stands, it's perfectly good to use as it is, but we're going to take it apart because I'd like to showcase the sight glass as well with the T500 Pro. And the reason for that is we are going to be able to watch the distillation through the sight glass. So we're going to take the product condenser off here. There's a couple of simple screws that go into the back there. Undo that. That releases the product condenser. And then there's a nut up the top here with an olive. And we can remove our product condenser. And then we're going to take our actual condenser out of the tube here. So to do that, we're going to just gently pull that out. There's going to be some saddles that are going to drop out here. You've got a mixture of copper and stainless in there. There she goes. All right. Okay. There's the T500 Pro condenser. Or cold finger, if you want to call it a cold finger. So next step from here is to fill up our sight glass. So what I'm going to do is I'll put the sight glass on top of our main column. Actually, I need one of these. Stop that from falling through. So we've got our sight glass, top of the column. Then the saddles that came out of the main column will go back in the sight glass. So this is doing two things. It's allowing us to see, but also we're going to be adding some extra reflux by doing this. That's in there. You could add more if you like. In fact, we could even, like if we put our condenser on the top here, we've got a little bit of extra space, but for the purposes of the video, we'll just continue with that, with the amount of saddles. But yeah, you could put some copper wool, top it up with some saddles. So we'll get that. I need a seal. I haven't put my seal in. Put our gasket on the top there. Put our cold finger condenser on the top. Got our tri-clamp to hold it all together. Wow, this is looking great, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing the distillation through the sight glass. Okay, so before we put our product condenser back on, so the saddles that we took out of here are now on the top. To get this onto the boiler, because I already have my boiler set up with the lid, I don't want to put this on and lose the saddles out the bottom. So what I'm going to do is we're going to replace the space in the main column here with some copper wool. So that'll just stop all the saddles from falling out. So we're adding some more reflux to the distillation here. It's an extension to the whole condenser. So what we can do now that we've got our copper wool on the bottom, we don't have to worry about those saddles falling out, is we can reassemble our product condenser onto the column. Make sure we've got that little olive. There's a little olive in here, guys. That is basically what creates the seal, and hopefully the steam's not going to escape from there. So that goes in there as far as we can get that in. Okay, yep, there it is. And then we screw that nut on there. I believe that should just be finger tight. Then we have our product condenser clamp to hold all that together. Something's not fitting right here. It's banging against that. Thanks, Ben. Okay. So then we screw our clamp, product condenser clamp back on. Okay, and then we screw that nut back on. All right. What do you reckon, guys? How does that look? I think we should get it onto the boiler. What do you reckon? So I said earlier in the video, I've been preheating this just to give us a bit of a head start. So there could be a little bit of pressure in here. We'll just release that gently. That seems okay. We'll lose a little bit of steam here, but we're not worried about that too much. Okay, so as quickly as we can, we're going to take that off. Take our blank. It's a 2-inch blank I had there sitting on top of the clamp, or the tri-clamp fitting, and we put our tri-clamp on. So this is the new Create T500 Create boiler as well. So it comes with a DN40, same as the standard stainless T500 lid. The T500 dome also comes with this DN40 tri-clamp adapter to get your condenser on a lid. So there we go. We need to get some water hooked up, but I'm going to turn the boiler on, get it back up to temperature. I'll turn on both elements and we'll assemble the water. We've also got our thermometer which needs to go on. So this is the new Create thermometer, which has an alarm for low and high temperature. So you can basically set it to alarm you when it goes outside the distillation temperature, which we'll talk about soon. So this just fits on to the main part of the column like that. And then our temperature thermo well is at the back here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right at the back. We've got our thermo well just here. And we're going to drop our, no it's not, it's here. No it's not. Where is it? It's here. I knew it was somewhere. So we need to join these two together. So we have our water flow going through the condenser. So this piece of tube here goes over the top here. The reason they've done this is so that it makes the cold finger removable. Otherwise, if this was connected, we wouldn't be able to remove the condenser from the column. So that's our water flow there. Ready? Okay, now another thing that we're using here today with the distillation is the new Create water flow regulator from Still Spirits. I've already had this running, just making sure that we had a tight seal on our hoses. What I like about this guy is being able to just move this ever so slightly in small increments. So that has a big advantage over the predecessor. Also, connecting all this up, there's no clamps. It was basically push on a push-in plumbing fitting, and then you push your hose in and it's connected. If you want to release that, you just pull these two lugs back and pull on the hose and you can disconnect. So yeah, this will be a good piece of kit to have along with your T500 Pro. You can see the alcohol starting to condense there. We haven't turned the water on yet. We have a lot of methanol sitting up the top there. I think it's now time we turn the water on. Okay, we'll connect our flow regulator away. Here we go. So having that sight glass there gave us a visual of when to turn on the water. So we're looking for a temperature of 78 for the T500 Pro. You can see the refluxing action there. It's going up and then coming down. No distillate coming out just yet, because we need to get it up to about 78. We can turn our alarm on. .79 is our high for the alarm. So if it gets above 79, it's going to alarm us. If it gets below 78, it will alarm us. Wow, that looks cool, doesn't it? Okay guys, so as you can see here, the distillation is in action here. I've removed already around about 200 mils of foreshots and heads. In the manual it says to run it around about 78. Well, I've found a sweet spot here at 75 and it seems to be refluxing well. So you can see down here I've switched to my second jar, which is next to the foreshot jar there, and it's just coming through slowly there. So it's on the cool side, but I think for this stage of the distillation that's a good thing. We're compressing all of those volatiles in the reflux area here by running it nice and cool. And the water flow regulator is working a treat. It hasn't moved much from 75 in the last 5 minutes. So what do you guys think? I think this is brilliant. It gives you a visual of what's going on. You can see the reflux action here. All of the heavier compounds are dropping back down. You can see inside the distillation. The Create water flow regulator was so easy to set. I'd be happy to just walk away from this now for 2 hours. I'm on my second jar, so I'll let that fill up and then I'll move into hearts. But I have to say that was the easiest distillation I've actually run with a new still. And yeah, it's got that wow factor and you can see it all. If I was to change anything, maybe I could put a little bit more packing in here, some more saddles. But apart from that, it's running like a dream. Okay, so I'm just doing a little test here to see how much water we're using. The T500 Pro claims that it uses 30% less water than its predecessor, the standard T500. So I'm just running a timer here to see how long it takes to fill up 1 litre of water. It's taking a long time to fill up a litre, which is good. I mean, we are in winter now and the groundwater is cooler than it would be in summer. But so far we're at 1:45 and we're not quite at 700 mils yet. I mean, you can see how much water we're using by looking at that. So maybe it is true that it uses 30% less water, which is a win-win for your water use charges. All right, and also for the environment. Okay, so 1 litre, 2 minutes 20 for 1 litre of water. So that's what we call that 500 mils per minute. Not quite. It's a bit less. So 240. Yeah, it's about 450 mils per minute. That's not much. So if we do that over 5 hours, 5 hours. Let me use my phone here. So let's say we do 5 hours times 0.45. We'd use 225 litres during a 5-hour distillation.
200 litres?
Yeah, 225 litres.
That's a lot of litres.
It's not as much as the previous one though. The T500 predecessor, you'd probably go through maybe about 300 to 400 litres. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, 450 mils per minute. That's not too bad, is it? All right, well, we'd love to hear your thoughts. If anyone's got a T500 Pro that they're using already, and what do you think of the T500 Pro? So feel free to get in touch and share your stories. Feel free to get in touch if you need any advice. And thanks for watching. Happy distilling, and go the T500 Pro. Cheers, guys.